Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Stedman. In this video I want to teach you how to do this beautiful little girl's cardigan. It's for around 18 months to 2 years and a bit. It's a combination of knit and crochet. It's very easy to do, and here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. And please subscribe if you are not already a subscriber, and click on the little bell, and that will give you the notification for each time I upload a video on Wednesday. And remember, I do my videos in English and in Spanish, so if you receive a Spanish video, look for my English version of that video. They always upload at the same time. To make this little girl brown cardigan, I'm gonna use this yarn. I bought it at Michael. It's a Fashion Plus Mill and Assortment. It's amazing value. It's 100% acrylic, and that is the only information that I have about it. Is these pink with one strand of silver or metallic thread, and nothing else. So it's like, comparing to the other yarn, is like a medium 3. So you can use any medium 3 yarn for this. And with one of this ball of yarn is enough to do this piece. You're gonna need knitting needle and crochet hook, because this is a combination of knitting and crochet. So you're gonna use a 5mm knitting needle and a 4mm crochet hook, a button, a row counter to count the row as you work, and that's for the knitting part. And you're gonna need tapestry needle and scissor and needle and thread to sew your button. So I weighed this ball of yarn, the one I'm gonna use, and weighed 129 grams. So like you see, it's a very thin, it's like a medium 3. And remember, if you use a medium 4 yarn and you want it the same size as mine, you'll have to cast on less stitches, because if the yarn is thicker, it will be bigger the piece. So for mine, I'm gonna cast on 66 stitches. So you're gonna wrap, and we're gonna start with the back of the piece that is done knitted. So you're gonna wrap around, let's say 33 times. Once you have your 33 times, you're gonna pull it out of your needle, fold it in half, and you will have the measurement for the 66. And then you want to leave extra for sewing that part of the sleeve with the extra yarn. Okay, I'm gonna show you only with 20 stitches what you're gonna do with the 66, because I already made the piece for mine, that back piece. So it's the body of the cardigan. So I'm gonna leave it till just enough for 20, and remember, yours are 66. So I'm gonna do slip knot, create a loop, and that loop is my first stitch. So you're gonna cast down nice and loose your 66 stitches. Like so. Here I have my 20 stitches, and remember, you have to do 66. Or if you want a little bit smaller than this one, you can do 60, as long as multiple of 2. So you're gonna do a knot in here to secure that last stitch, and this will be the right side of the piece. And we're gonna work 10 rows of purl. So that will be purl on the right side and purl in the wrong side for 10 rows. I'm gonna purl every single stitch. It's very easy. It is what we do. And my stitches are nice and loose because you don't want this first row to be too tight. You want it nice and loose. So I purl my 20 stitches, and you mark that one as the first row. If you don't have a row counter, you can write it on a piece of paper. And you're gonna go back with a purl row. So you're gonna do this for 10 rows. So I will meet you here when I have my 10 row of purls, okay? Once you finish with 10 row, it will be like this, that width. So now we're gonna do 2 together, yarn over, 2 together, yarn over, 2 together, and finish with 2 purls, all in the purl stitch. And the next row will be all purls, and those 2 rows, I don't count those 2 rows, I only count the 10 rows of purls, okay? That way it's easy to keep track. So you're going to do 2 together in a purl stitch, yarn over, and 2 together in a purl stitch. And this is what you're going to do all the way to the end, that you're going to finish with 2 purls. Yarn over, 2 together, yarn over, 2 together, yarn over, 2 together. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yarn over, and 2 together, yarn over. And this is what you're going to do in all your 66 stitches. Together, I have 2, so you're going to do yarn over and 2 purls at the end. And like that you finish that row. Remember, I don't count that row or the next one. The next one is a purl row all the way to the end. So once you finish this row and your tail is in the front of the needle, you start counting as row 1 to 10 again of purl. So it's very easy to keep track. So you're gonna purl all your stitches, and that was the yarn over. You come here and do a purl, and again you're gonna purl every single stitch. And you're creating a little design, a little whole design, and the piece, you see. And then after you finish this row, you're going to start all over again from row 1 to 10 of purls. And then you do these 2 rows, and then 1 to 10 purls, and then you do these 2 rows, and like so. Once you finish those 2 rows, you're going to start all over again from row 1 to 10, doing purl in the right side and purl in the wrong side for 10 rows. After you finish those 10 rows, again you will repeat those 2 rows, the 2 together, yarn over, 2 together, yarn over, and a row of purl. And then you start all over again, counting from 1 to 10 row of purls. So you're gonna end up with 8 of these strip of purls. So once you have the 8 of them, you're gonna cast off your stitches. And then after that, we're gonna sew the little part for the arms and create the border all the way around with the crochet. So it's really easy. Again, you're gonna do from row 1 to 10, purl in the right side and purl on the wrong side. So when I finish this row of purl, I go back with another row of purl, and I will meet you here when I have my 10 row of purls to show you one more time how to do these 2 rows. Here I have my 10 row of purls. Now again, we're going to repeat these 2 rows in here that we don't count. And then after that, we're going to continue with the repetition of 10 row of purl, these 2 rows that we don't count, 10 row of purls, until you have your 8 strip of purls. So you're going to do 2 together in a purl stitch, yarn over, 2 together, yarn over, 2 together, yarn over and 2 together, and you're going to finish with a yarn over and 2 purls. You go back with a row of purl, and then again you start from the beginning, from row 1 to 10, and do those 10 row of purls, and then again you repeat this until you have 8 at this strip. You're going to finish with number 8, and then when you have the 8, I will meet you here to show you how you're going to cast off your stitches. Once you have your 8 motifs, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I finished row number 10, and now I'm going to work on the right side of the piece because the tail is in the front. I'm going to cast off my stitches, and I'm going to do it in a purl stitch. So you're going to purl the first one nice and loose, and you're going to purl the second one, and then you're going to pass the first one on top of the second one, and you're going to cast it off. Remember, do this with loose stitches, that way it's the same as the beginning. So you're going to cast off all your stitches. So I'll meet you at the end. I finished casting off my stitches. Now I'm going to cut a tail long enough for sewing the side. I'm going to pass it through the last stitch to secure my work, and then we are done with the netted part. Once you finish casting off your stitches, it will look like this, and I measure 39 centimeters or 15.5 inches by 27 centimeters or a little over 10.5 inches. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it in half, and you're gonna sew a little bit in here and in the other side to create the opening for the arms. Here I did a sewing of one of the side for the little arm opening. So I did like 3 fingers like this. I passed the first motif of the yarn over that create the little holes, and a little bit more to the other side, like 2 more rows. I did end the sewing there. So if you see it like this, it's the width of 3 fingers. So I did that with the little tail that I left from the beginning, and now with the tail from the end I'm gonna do the same on the other side. And you're gonna sew this part exactly the same you have sewn any other pieces that you've done, and then it will be open like this. Okay. Once you finish sewing, it will look like this, and if you like, you can leave it just like this as a little bolero for your little girl. It will look nice as well. Or you can do the crochet part that we're gonna do to this piece. We're gonna work in the border of the piece all the way around. So I'm gonna do a slip knot. I'm gonna pass through here, right through that border stitch, and pass the loop, and I left the loop big enough to create the first chain with a loop. That's one. At the same time, I'm gonna be passing back and forth my tail, 2, and again 3. Later I will lose that. In the same space, you're gonna do a double crochet. You're gonna chain 2, and in that space you're gonna do 2 more double crochet. Now we're gonna do half a Solomon knot. So I'm gonna elongate that loop. I'm gonna measure around the width of my thumb for my Solomon knot. So I will come here, you see, and I do my single crochet, and it will be like this. And then I will do my next stitch around the same width as this. Around here I will do again my 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet on the same space. And this is what we're going to do all the way around the border of our piece. 1, and 2. And here we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 stitches as a space. So again, I'm gonna pull the strand. You see, it's almost the same width. And at the same time, when I grab it here to measure, I separate this strand from the other 2. That way, you can do your single crochet in that back strand here. Yarn over, and again you're gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 6. Or you can measure by your Solomon knot. And do again. I think that's too close. And here you're gonna do 2 double crochet. Just try to place them at the same distance, give or take. 1, 2 chain, and again in the same space you're gonna do 2 double crochet. 1 and like that you're gonna work all the way around your piece, and look, that looks really nice. Then I'll show you how you're gonna finish this first row. I will show you one more time. So you're gonna elongate that loop, measure by your thumb, and at the same time you see you are separating the back strand. That is where you're gonna do the single crochet to create the Solomon knot, and then yarn over, and around the same distance as your length as your Solomon knot, you're gonna do your 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in the same space. And like that you're going to work all your border. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the end of this first row. Something that I wanted to mention is don't do these two stretch out too tight, because you want this to be a little bit loose. That way take the shape, the round shape that you want for this to have once you finish. Okay, nice and open, flat, round. You'll see as we work. I'm going to work in my last Solomon knot. And again, I'm going to single crochet. Now in the third chain here, I'm going to do a slip stitch. And like that I finish my first row. If you like, you can leave it like that, or you can continue working more rows or round as you like. That's what I'm going to do. So when you finish there, you're going to do a slip stitch on top of the double crochet and another one in the chain 2 space. Now we're going to work 1, 2, 3 chain, another double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in the same space, and you're going to do your Solomon knot. If you find that you start working as too straight, what you can do is create the Solomon knot a little longer than the row before. So you will do it a little bit longer. You see, it's a little wider than my thumb, and you do single crochet and go to the chain 2 space and do 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet, and like that you will make this wider just by creating that stitch a little bit longer, you see, than the row before. And you will do that in every single row, just a little bit longer. And continue working, and remember, each time you finish you will do a slip stitch in the third chain, a slip stitch in the next one, and then start working in the chain 2 space. I finished this part and it looked beautiful. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 row. I finished with a slip stitch, cut the yarn, loose the tail, and if you like, you can place the button now here and leave it like that, or you can work on the sleeves. I wanted to show you to make sure that you see this is nice and flat. That's how it's supposed to be once you finish all your rows. I did one of the sleeves, and it's like this, and the sleeves are optional. So I did the same motif that I did for the body, but the Solomon knot stitch I did it smaller. You see, a tiny little stitch, that way it's not too wide. And I have 6 of these motif all the way around the sleeve, so I'm gonna do the same for the other sleeve. I'm gonna start with a slip knot, and later I will lose that tail, and I'm gonna come in here around the sleeve, and I'm gonna pass that loop, and I'm gonna create 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. In the same space we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 2, and in the same space 2 more double crochet. And remember, 6 of these motifs that you're gonna do all the way around the sleeve. So the Solomon knot, I'm gonna do just a small loop, you see, and I'm gonna create my Solomon knot, nice and small. I'm gonna come here to the center of this space, and again I'm gonna do my 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet in the same space, and another Solomon knot stitch with a small loop. We are trying to create the same size opening of the net with the crochet. Okay, so for this one I did that repetition. You're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows, and you see I tried to make them the same size. all these. So I will meet you here when I finish my sleeve, because it's easy, exactly the same way that you did in here. You're gonna do all the way around the sleeve, but the Salomon knot smaller, and you're gonna cut your yarn and lose your tail, and you're done your piece. I finished my first row, and I'm gonna show you how to do the second row. That way I don't leave you, you know, without explaining every single detail. You're gonna do a slip stitch until you get to the 2 chain space, chain 3 again, 2 and 3. A double crochet in that space, chain 2, 2 double crochet in the same space, 1 and 2, and again you're going to do your Salomon knot nice and small, just trying to make them as close to the same size as you can. That way the 2 sleeves are the same. And I did 9 rows. If you like, you can do more or you can do less, it's up to you. So I'm going to continue with my sleeve, and I will finish it up and I will show you the end result. So this is the end result. I sewed a button in here and between the 2 double crochet and this side, and I used the chain 2 space in here for the buttonhole. So it's amazing, it looks gorgeous. And in the back it will look like this with the netted part. So it's very easy to do. So I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber and you make this piece and you want to send me some pictures. You can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, or you can find me in my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. Please share my video with friends and family, that way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day.